Good day, everybody, and welcome to Legion Outpost. We are continuing our series on how to get started. So, how do we get started in Legion? This one, we're going to be focusing on how to get started in Shadow Collective. And to be honest, this is going to be probably the easiest one to get started in because there's the least amount of units in Shadow Collective. So, we're excited. It's a great unit to play. They finished second in Worlds last year. And they really have a good base, but there's not a lot. So you can get started fairly cheap, and we'll get into that in a second. But first, let's talk about our giveaway. And so we are working on a giveaway right now until the Inquisitors come out. We are going to be putting out there anybody who likes, subscribes, and comments on one of our videos will have a chance to win one of our alternate art cards, and we're giving away the Inquisitors as alternate art cards. And so we've got a couple cards to give away, and so if you like and subscribe on that, and we will give them away on a video right after the Inquisitors are released. So look forward to that, and then we'll send you a message if you won. We're also giving away little other things if you like and subscribe to these things. We got some extra dice that we're giving away for battle damage on vehicles, and so there's so many little other things, and we're excited to be a part of this growing community of Star Wars Legion. So welcome to Star Wars Legion Outpost, and so let's get right into it. So we want to help people understand where to go when you first get into a faction. And today we're going to talk about Shadow Collective. I have a Shadow Collective faction. Well, I have all the factions. So I have Shadow Collective faction as well. And so we're going to get how to get started in Legion with Shadow Collective. So right away, I'm going to tell you, if you're going to be getting into Shadow Collective, the best way to get into it is to buy the Shadow Collective core set. The value is really good in there. You got about $140 worth of value in a box set that costs in Canada about $80. This is not going to be about cost and best price to get into, but this is probably the cheapest faction to get into and get fairly competitive right away. So I would suggest buying 2 core sets at minimum, because then you get 2 of each units. You get an extra Maul, and you get an extra Bo-Katan, and not Bo-Katan. Wow, I wish you had Bo-Katan. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, you get an extra Maul, and why can't I? Oh, Rook. So you get an extra Maul and Rook, and I just, my mind drew a blank, and so that's probably the best way. Now, I bought 2 originally, and then I bought a box set of the Pikes because I really like the Pikes, and I thought I'd be running a lot of Pikes. And then I went and bought another battle set. So that's why I say or 3, because it gives you a lot of variety. There's no use buying the box sets. You don't get anything out of them. And everything you need is in the box. And so the other thing you're going to need, if you aren't into Legion already, you're going to need a essentials kit. That gives you rulers, your tokens, and different things like that. And you're going to need the upgrade card pack. Even if you are into Legion, you don't have the upgrade card pack, you're going to need it because that's the best. That's the only way you can play your bounty hunters the way you want to use them. And so my suggestion is buy 2 or 3, depending on how many you want. If you just want to buy 2, then you might be picking, hey, I'm going to run these with Pikes, or I'm going to run these with the Black Suns, or I'm going to run them as Mandals, and you'll have to buy another box set of that. But you're looking at $40 for a box set. That's half the cost of the battle set, the whole box. So it's well worth your value to do that. So then what do you do after that? Well, my suggestion, and I'm going to go in kind of the order that I think you should buy extra stuff. And this is pretty much lays out the whole force, everything you can get for Shadow Collective. I think the first purchase should be Cad Bane. He's fun to play. He's good. He gives you a whole different variety of what you can do. The second is Bossk. Running a double bounty is always good. Gives you other opportunities to win. But not only that, they just play so differently. That's really the way I would go for the next 2 buys. And of course, it's always good to get the main leader in the force, which is Gar Saxon or Darth Maul. And we're not focusing on Darth Maul because he comes in the box set. But Gar Saxon is a good box set. Now, there is a missing card in Gar Saxon, so you'll have to print a card. His shield card is not in there, but that's okay. The next thing I did was I bought pikes. So I bought an extra pike. So I now have 4 units of pikes. The range gun is really good to give you range 4. They are pretty hard to kill because of all their defensive shenanigans, and they're just good. Then I would buy a bus. Now, I already had a bus before they came out because I'm a Rebel player, but a bus, if you're ever going to go into Rebel as well, is a great way to beef up your faction. And this is a great way just to play Clone Wars type stuff. These are all Clone War characters. I really just like it. Now, the only thing I didn't put on there as a must buy is the swoop bikes. Now, the swoop bikes just got a buff. Now, I don't mean like a better stats or anything, but because of the way they reworded how Overrun works, your swoop bikes got a real buff because now you don't have to actually travel the distance and pass through a unit. All you have to do is have your ruler pass through them because of the new rules of Overrun they had to do for when they released the Geonosians. It also affects the Overrun on the swoop bikes and also the Overrun on the Fluttercrafts. So it's kind of makes them a bit better because you can just move an inch, not the full length. And because you have a speed 3 ruler, you can actually bend it around a corner even. It doesn't even say you have to be in line of sight. It just says your ruler has to pass through. So there is a bit of a buff there. So there is some unique ways of playing that. And I'm sure that rule will be figured out and they'll talk about how to make it right. Because I don't think that goes to the spirit of the rule very much. So then let's take a look at some lists you make. This is a list that I would play, and this is a list that I would make. It's really simple. It's 2 Pike Syndicate Capels, both with Extreme Leader on them. That's just in case the other team's got a bounty hunter and they're going to be trying to target them. You're going to hide them most likely anyways. One with portable scanners to get more dodges out there. Then Bosk, he's going to be your long range shooter. I always give him duck and cover and hunter because he's trying to get that bounty hunt. Targeting scope is good too because Bosk, when you run Bosk, he runs with a lot of white dice. So you're throwing 4 white dice and a red at range 4. And so he's pretty survivable with regenerate as long as you don't get him killed in one shot. That's why putting a couple dodges on him would be good. And that's why I also like the duck and cover. But the reality is he can shoot pretty good, and you want to be getting on your rerolls a few extra dice. It just helps things out. And then Cad Bane. I just love Cad Bane. He creates a lot of fun in the game. And so Cad Bane, I'm running him kind of my normal Cad Bane way, and it's not necessarily the may you have to. I like duck and cover because it procs danger sense, and he has danger sense 3, close and personal because who doesn't want some more aims on him, and because he is got sharpshooter and steady, he's going to get aims. Why did I say aims? I meant dodges. He's going to get another dodge when he moves and shoots, and it's pretty good. He also has independent dodge, which is good. You could get rid of up close and personal and put something like Hunter on him and get the extra aims. Prepared supplies, I like to give him that extra dodge just in case. Comms relay, you don't want him having orders because of his independent dodge too. So when you give him an order, you want to use his cards, so you just comm relay them off so that he can have that beautiful 2 dodges at the beginning of every turn. And then the Electro Gauntlet, just in case you get up close and personal. Immobilize 3 is very powerful. It even stops a Jedi with the run speed burst. And so it's a good way to get away if you have to. And there's other cards that give Immobilize with him. Then for your heavy hitters, you have 2 Black Sun units, one with a scatter gun because I like Pierce. That's really why. Both of them are Black Sun Vigo. They both have frag grenades because you want to throw 1 frag grenade. It's a red dice, but not only that, it's if you can get in range 1, it's really handy because it gives you surge to crit. And then prepared supplies just to help them get in there. And then the other one, everything's the same, but the Magguard Enforcer, which gives them blast and at range 1 impact 3. It's just nice to have the impact 3 just in case you need it. And then from there, we go with Pike Syndicate Foot Soldiers, and we're going with 3 of them. And the reason I didn't put the Capels in here, one, because it's expensive, but they have outmaneuver, they have danger sense 2, self-preservation, independent dodge. They give some, so they're going to get dodges. They're going to get dodges from the Capel. The reason I didn't put the Capel in here and I just put the soldier, because you might want an aim. So Cache aim's nice for this nice long range red, black, impact 1. You're going to be shooting that until they get in range 3, and then you're going to be throwing the other dice in with it. And so it's another black for each one. And the reality is that I'm using the Pike Syndicate Capels as my leaders, so they should have the courage buffer from that, and they're going to be getting lots of dodges. Those guys are just going to feed them dodges. And so that's kind of the plan. And as I said, I really enjoy the way this plays, and this is just the way I play Black Sun. Now you can go a whole different way and play Mandos. Mandos are really fun, and so you could do a Mando heavy thing. But I find that as you get into Mandos and stuff, you're dropping more and more activations, and 9 activations for me is kind of my minimum. I want to be at 9 activations, but that's just the way I play them. So if you're looking to get into Star Wars Legion and you're thinking, hey, I want to play the Shadow Collective, they're probably the easiest faction to get into and affordability wise. 3 box sets would set you back. If you can get them on sale, you can get them down to like $70 each. So that's $210, and then you need the dice and stuff. And yeah, like Bosk isn't even on the list when you go to the AMG website. You can't even see him as product, but he is worth getting, and Cad Bane is a must. And if you want to go from there, as I said, there's just other things. I'm going to put this list in my description, and I'm going to also put my Discord channel in my description, so you can take a look and just shoot me a chat, show me some pictures of the guys that you're making in the Discord. We have some art forums, we have some other chat forums, and it's just an awesome opportunity to get involved in the Legion Outpost and Legion talking community. We just want you to have a great time playing the game, hopefully growing your community, and may the Force be with you.